Welcome. I am Grace with Ecstatic Yoga. This is day 15 of our Self Love Challenge. So proud of you for going so far with this. Today, we are going to be changing a negative or disempowering mindset. Take a moment to take an honest observation of you, maybe the last time or a recent time where you were maybe down or in a disempowering state, a pain loop, maybe a victim pain loop, or maybe you are feeling not good enough or not competent enough. Maybe you decided to give up. You know yourself best. So think about a mental pattern that is disempowering that you've been carrying. And we're going to take a moment in this 10-minute meditation to really look at that and to allow ourselves to really let that go. First, look and notice that it is disempowering, that it's not serving us, and it's most likely not true. It's anything about us not being good enough or not being competent enough or any kind of self-loathing or guilt or shame we put on ourselves. Remembering, we truly are this innocent divine presence that's animating through this body. And we've picked up mental constructs and programming and conditioning from the culture and our families innocently because they picked it up. And we're going to be observing it and giving ourselves permission to let it go. So you know that pattern. Probably we have a few, but maybe one that is the most common or the one that's in our space right now. Maybe we compare ourselves to others and don't feel good enough or less than, or maybe even more than would be a disempowering way. So let's take this moment to really begin to question it, whether it's true, whether this is an insane voice, maybe we're not loved, we're rejected. And is it really, really true that we're not loved? Is it really true that we're not good enough? So I'm going to start the timer as we're going to be taking this mental concept, this disempowering way of being, and we're going to look at it for a few minutes, bring our awareness to it, and then the last few moments, we'll be questioning and letting it go. Notice as you look at this mental construct, this pattern, this victim loop, this disempowering conversation, notice how it makes you feel. Noticing that a lot of the energy of it is rooted in the past. It gets triggered in the present, but it's rooted in the past. Something that may have happened in the past, the first time you told yourself you can get in touch with. Now we're going to begin to really question this, what we tell ourselves, this victim loop. Are we really a victim? Is this story really, really true? We really get honest. We really, really know that we're not good enough or that someone's better than us, or that we should feel shame or guilt. We should be in a negative pain loop or a negative mental construct at all. Is this loving? Is this kind? And as we move away from it a little in distance and question the truth of it, noticing we're able to lighten up a little if it's not so heavy. Really see that maybe it's not really true. And it's a pattern that we picked up maybe from people around us, making something mean, something disempowering about ourselves when we were young that we can now let go of. It's never had the time to really investigate and question. Is it serving us? The work of Byron Katie, she says, the way to find out if a thought is true is if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, it's not true. Because the truth always is aligned with empowerment. It always inspires. Observing, becoming aware of these automatic habits, thinking errors, allowing them to be less automatic, become more conscious around them, noticing the pain loop, and noticing that we truly have the power to choose, bring our attention to it, believe it, spiral down, disempowering feelings and thoughts, or we can choose consciously to let it go. We can choose to look at it and say, this is not empowering me. It's not making me feel good. This is not healthy for me. This isn't even a loving, kind, and supportive behavior and reaction and thought loop. And I can clean out and let go and release those patterns, those automatic ways, and disconnect and move into empowering mental constructs. So begin now in these last few minutes, this second half of the meditation, to replace these negative victim pain loops, disempowering reactivities within us, with the truth. We are whole, perfect, and complete. We are a divine, perfect creation, an extension of the God of our understanding, the creator of the universe, source. Wholly loving and loved. We are competent, highly intelligent beings. There is no being on the planet exactly like us that can fulfill the purpose that we are here to fulfill, and that we are good enough. We are good. We are human. We all make mistakes, and we can let them go. They're in the past. We can open up to this now moment, clean and fresh. Choose more new and more empowered ways of reacting and responding. Let those wounds go, those triggers. They're all from the past. Don't carry that baggage forward. They're not true. They don't inspire. And begin in these last couple minutes to connect with the truth of your being rather than these lies and this insanity, pain loops and victim belief systems. Connect with this truth that you are an extension of divine light, divine love, made in the likeness of the creator of all that is, pure love and light. You are your point of power. You get to choose how you esteem yourself, how you see yourself, the programs, adopting positive conditioning, inspiring self-talk. Let yourself know that you are a rock star. You are the light of the world. Knowing now as an act of self-love, just like you have let go of your toys when you were young, your tinker toys and baby dolls. You can let go of all the disempowering programming, all that no longer serves, and you can shift and adopt and replace positive, empowering programming for yourself. Let this be an ongoing practice throughout your life. Gently and kindly coming back, opening your eyes. Thank you so much for being here with me for this self-love challenge, day 15, replacing the disempowering programs within us with empowering programs aligned with truth, the truth of our eternal being as embodiments of the divine in its likeness, your love, your light. We are good enough, we are whole, and we are complete. We get to choose where we put our focus, on the truth of our being or in disempowering stories and lies. I hope you choose wisely. This is Grace with Ecstatic Yoga, wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day. Namaste.